The Caribbean is very nice this time of year.
Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do the Cayo Perico Heist all the way through with setup. This is more for noobs, so, you know, don't complain if you already know how to do it or something. But if you know something I don't know, feel free to let me know, because I've only done the heist probably like 30 times or so. I'm not like an expert, but it's enough times to kind of like learn a bunch of stuff to share. So that's what this video is all about. I recommend doing this on invite only, just so that the loading screens don't like freeze up on you like they do in public sometimes. And you obviously don't want to get griefed. The hackers are rampant these days. Like every lobby has hackers, guaranteed.
So we go back to paradise. Again, safest approach to reconnaissance is to pose as one of Mr. Rubio's smugglers. I have been monitoring air traffic from the island, and I have coordinates of the most recent plane to land in Los Santos. I, for one, am keen to see how things have changed since our last trip.
Yeah, by the way, you're gonna want a Sparrow for this. An Oppressor Mark II is also really helpful in certain parts. So here, you want to shoot them, but you don't want to necessarily shoot the guys if they're standing right next to the plane. The plane can like, it could probably survive like one missile, 2 missiles, and it might start smoking, and then it might just break down like 5 minutes later, or for some reason you like when you're almost there already, and then you'll have to restart from 0. The only thing you need to know about flying this thing is,
I have sent you coordinates.
hold up.
South until the air becomes thick with herbs and profanity. Yeah, there should be clothes on board. You switch on the way. And leave your guns on plane. Remember, drug dealers employ smugglers. They do not trust them. Guards find you with weapons. This will not end well.
Okay, what I was gonna say is that you wanna take up your landing gear and then don't fly too high. Like you don't really want to be like going over the mountains and stuff in this, because you might just destroy your plane doing that. That's literally all you need to know about this part, so I'm actually gonna skip ahead. Okay, getting to the end here of my flight. I forgot to mention earlier, you need $25,000 to start the heist, so don't forget that. It would be very annoying.
Esperen ahí. Why can't you assholes be on time for once, eh? Arms out, let's go.
Sorry about the sniffles.
Okay, wait over there. They will bring it soon. Go on.
So here you just want to pick up a bike.
Once you leave the airstrip, do not let the guards get a good look at you. The disguise is not perfect. They see you clearly while you're in the wrong place. They will put 2 and 2 together and make bullet, yes?
There's a bicycle up this road down there if you need a spare. Like in case you die, you respawn over here. So yeah, there's 2 bikes over here that I know of. The one down that road, and then there's one here. I always just get on this one. All you have to do is go ride your bike straight to the little communication tower, hack the box, check the basement on the Sightseer app, and then die to respawn by the plane, and then fly out. So the easiest way to do that is come over here. You want to kind of pull up, like do a wheelie at the base of this cliff, and then that'll have you like driving straight up it. And then over here, you just follow the outside. You wait for the car to drive by, and then you follow it in. Not too close, because they can hear you, your engine. And then over here, you tuck in to the left of the scuba Jeep in the camera, and then it's just a really easy drive the rest of the way. One tip is don't drive straight on into this rail. I did that once and it sent me flying that way and I died. So now I always park on this side of the rail.
Upstairs, downstairs. You will need to look around.
I think there's 4 spots the thing can be. There's 2 spots down here at ground level, and then like 2 or 3 up in the tower. It doesn't really matter which spot you get. Ground floor would probably be best technically, because I always climb the tower even if they're on ground floor and then jump off of it to die. It's the fastest way back to the plane, I think. But you'll notice that there's a dude down there, so you don't want to jump off and die in his line of sight, because you'll die, but you'll still have to watch the cutscene of him catching you. So if you don't know how this works, these things over here multiply it by a certain number, like this is times 10, this is times 1, and this is times 10. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to get 3, 6, and 4 to equal 76, with 2 of them times 10 and 1 of them times 1. So I'm thinking the times 10s are gonna have to be these 40 and 30, and that gives us 70, and then 6 times 1 will give us a remainder, which is 6. It's pretty easy as long as you know how it works.
I have connection. You can use it with the app on your phone. Now, what do we
Eat.
have here?
Okay, now we're gonna check the basement.
Check the vault. Basement level.
God damn it, tequila. That's the worst one.
Antique tequila. So strong, you wake up next day with Mexican accent. Diamond encrusted edition too. This will fetch us the price we need.
Okay, here's a pro tip. Check the basement camera before you jump off the tower, so that you don't have to wait for his speech to leave. Bro, can I leave? Freaking thing bugged out. Okay, now we're gonna call up our Sparrow, and then we're gonna call up the sub. I would be looking that way when you call the when you call the Sparrow, Because, like, it needs to spawn on a road, but I don't think it can spawn if you're looking at it. So, yeah, you kind of want to, like, look away from where you want it to spawn. It's annoying like that. Oh, please tell me
Alright.
Please tell me my sub got called in. Oh, there it is. For some reason it just bugs out sometimes and like doesn't show up on the map when you call it. I don't know what that's all about. In theory, I think that's the spot where it should always come in though if you call from there, so even if it's not on your map you could find it probably. Okay. Next up, I like to do the equipment next. And then, because they're right here, you know, you don't have to fast travel away and then fast travel back. Yeah, it's better just to do those 3 first. Oh, I overshot it. I was so engrossed in that speech I've heard 10 million times.
Remember always, Captain, I am the man who lives in your ear, but we sail on your ship. This is your operation, your payday. I am the grease in the wheel, the elastic in the underwear, the caviar in the tin. But this is all.
I'm using my keyboard and mouse to run most of the time. So I do up arrow, scroll down twice, click, take a picture. You can take this pillar, by the way, on the right. Your camera doesn't seem to care about that pillar, so you don't have to worry about it. That spot can pretty much take a picture of either of the boards. Because sometimes the plans come in on the right board there. So. Oh, come on. Just get in. Okay. So for this next part, this part's really annoying. Well, sometimes it goes really easily, and sometimes it's really annoying, is what I should say, but... Okay, this one's pretty easy, this location. You got a nice, open view of their little robbery to shoot them from. There's someone right under me, that's the, like, annoying part. Okay. Let's just run and grab it. There might be 1 or 2 guys alive in there still. Take care of them when the time comes. I'm good, they're all dead. That makes this easy. Oh no. You're gonna want to kill these guys before taking off. Keep yourself healed up with some snacks. That was an unlucky spawn, they were like right on me. Doesn't matter though, your sparrow gets repaired every time you land in the sub. This thing's so annoying. Okay. Wish I had more to say. There's not that much to say. Let's just sit here in awkward silence instead. Did you see that frame stutter? That scared me. I like to keep a slow approach. Makes it a lot less annoying to land.
The location of the archives is rotated every few weeks.
Okay. So just equip your SMG and run in. And just spray these guys. Heal up.
The security is months out of date. I would be surprised if half of Russia is not already using it as cryptocurrency farm. Excellent. We know where to find the archive and the tool we need.
Okay, so technically you don't have to shoot the cameras here. I normally do. Because...
The fail-safe tool will be small card with circuit board and antennae.
Because you lose one run to the freaking guards shooting at your helicopter, and
I suggest you leave fast.
you just decide it's not worth the risk anymore. I'm just gonna shoot them out every time. But actually, this location, I think it's kind of hard for the guards to get to us because they're like on the bridge. So if you get this archive, I would probably go ahead and just not shoot the cameras, save a couple seconds. I don't think there's any risk of you dying there. But that other archive that's like it's under a overpass, like a highway overpass. You will die if you try to fly out of there. Okay. Next is the weapons. Right? No, construction site. Construction site's pretty straightforward, but it can be annoying if, I don't know, like sometimes the guards that spawn after you have the thing just like spawn right on top of you and kill you, and that's really, really annoying. Oh, what am I thinking?
These guards will be good practice for Mr. Rubio's island, yes? Perhaps you practice art of disguise. You wear hard hat in these places. No one asks questions. The torch will not just be lying around. You will need to search toolboxes and so on.
As I was about to say before Pavel interrupted me, what am I thinking? This is on the roof. My brain was totally just empty. I was not empty, but I was thinking about like other stuff. And those little like metal bars are like making this a lot harder than it needs to be. So what I do over here is I just land. Like this looks like there's nowhere to land, right? And it's all hard to land in and stuff. But actually it's like you can pretty much just land anywhere. You know, like, boom. You just land here. You know, anywhere. I thought I disabled my micro SMG. Oh hey, first try. Beginner's luck. So you're just looking for the toolbox with the blue thing in it. Another tip is when you pick up the cutting torch, you might want to walk towards it, because if you're sprinting into it and then click collect, your character has to take like 5 minutes to think about it before they do it. It's just like really buggy. So yeah, walking into them is the safest option. That's gonna come up again when we go to pick up the sonar jammer. You want to walk into the sonar jammer too.
Ours is a strange business, Captain. We work so hard to get new weapons.
Oh, cool. I unlocked Naval Battle Library.
Destroy it all. The
Or is it
only way
livery?
is safe, not sorry.
I don't know.
We leave behind a single piece of the jigsaw Mr. Rubio built.
The other day I wanted that one, but it was locked because I wanted something to match the snow. I think the snow disappears like either tomorrow or like a week from now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I wonder if we're gonna lose our Christmas Carol horns. Hope not. Okay, I'm gonna do weapon next. Don't forget your suppressors. Now, if it tells us to go to Merryweather headquarters on the bottom of the screen, which it does, I just say screw you and go to a new invite-only session. I just do it as many times as I have to. Normally, I think the most it took was like 5 times once, but normally it's like 1 to 3 times probably. Excuse me.
So, we are to raid Mr. Rubio's drinks cabinet, huh? In Russia, we would never succeed.
This is really annoying, but it's less annoying than the Merryweather headquarters mission. You have to like follow this super slow helicopter all the way across the map. And then you have to kill all these guards. And then you have to like do this really slow part involving 2 loading screens where you fly up in an Avenger and then parachute out of it. And you have to wait for Pavel's little speech while you're in the Avenger. And then when you finally fall out of it, hopefully you don't screw up your parachute landing. And then the guards will probably kill you while you're trying to get back in your Sparrow. It's just like an AIDS burger in paradise. You don't want to do it. So I just reset until I get one of these buildings. The buildings are super easy. If you want to make it even easier and more foolproof, then I would suggest summoning your oppressor and flying up here to the roof of that. Sometimes it's kind of annoying like getting into the Sparrow, plus you have to walk up the stairs to get to it. And it takes forever to take off, and by the time you do, the freaking helicopter guards, I mean they spawn right on top of you when you leave. This guy just does not see that guy apparently. It's kind of funny.
If it won't open, check for computer. These systems often have remote locking.
There's not really much to explain about this. I think you could probably figure it out. I always just look for the first 2 numbers. Looking for 81 right now. Oh, no. I found 2 false alarms already for 56. Oh, here it is. You gotta use keyboard for that. The mouse is like really finicky and it just goes everywhere. Here's a huge tip. Save you a lot of time.
In my experience, the kind of people who have cache of unmarked weapons will try very hard to kill you when you steal them. Move fast and watch out.
Remember to press Q. Press Q to go to the roof. Don't press E. That's a huge one. Then run over your helicopter and take out your explosive sniper ammo, which I'm sure everyone has, right? To be honest, I was lucky. That was the second thing my research unlocked, was explosive sniper rounds. Get up, you piece of crap. Try to, like, be in front of them so their bullets can't just shoot through the window and hit you. They'll hit your helicopter instead. Oh crap. I forgot about the radio. God, dude, it's like... I swear, the developers at Rockstar hate you. They want to annoy you, they want to waste your time, and they want your videos to get DMCA'd. It's just a fact. Indisputable. Objective fact. Rockstar hates you. And they also want to waste your money. They want you to spend like $15,000 on this game. I'm not gonna. I haven't spent any money on this game. I just bought the base game with the criminal starter pack that came with it. Okay, next is the submarine. I do this last because you have to fast travel. So if you have to do something else after this, you'd have to fast travel back again, which is one extra fast travel that you can avoid. I think this might be faster if you purchase the moon pool submarine. But I haven't bought it yet, and I've never tested it. So I can't really say for sure. What I do is I just drive this over there. Once you get here, you just pilot. And then steer into the waypoint on your map. I wonder if you go faster on the surface or underwater, or if it's the same. My guess would be underwater is faster because your propellers have full contact with the water. And I don't think water resistance actually exists in this game. Like physics, I mean. There are no physics in GTA. It's important to shoot a bunch of missiles at the submarine and crash into it. And then you want to hold E to hold the E key to set the autopilot so your submarine doesn't float to the surface. I think it's right on D-pad on controller, but I'm not positive on that. If you're on autopilot, you'll probably run to your Sparrow, get in it, and then realize you can't exit because you're underwater. And then you'll have to run back to the conning tower or whatever it's called. But yeah, step one, jump down here, shoot this guy, shoot this guy. Check this pipe right here. Right there, that's where the sonar jammer can spawn in one of 3 places. That's one of them. Right here you have to walk over the rebreathers or you'll get sucked back into the ladder because, like I said, Rockstar hates you and wants to annoy you and waste your time. That was pretty bad. For a split second, I kind of got brain scrambled. This is the second place where the sonar jammer can spawn. It's not there. I like to turn back if it's not there. Otherwise, you're gonna have to do battle with the chef. I think you don't need a heal even if you're hurt here. Well, unless this guy's still alive, then maybe you need a heal. There's a dude here. Pretty shot him. The next two guys, we can just melee them and there's no real risk. Okay, that guy did shoot me, so there was actually a risk. I mean, come on. And then finally we have the sonar jammer. I would walk into it, so sometimes you sprint into it and your guy like will just like run behind the box or something and get stuck. And then he'll start like running back and forth in place trying to get out. And it's just really obnoxious and annoying. And yeah, there's that crate there where you can heal up too. And then on your way back through here, you can bust this crate for some armor. Save 500 bucks. Dang it. See, if you're sprinting and try to move over the rebreathers, that's what happens. So you want to take your hands off the sprint key when you get up the ladder. At least until you're moving in the correct direction. My submarine's above us, so I'm just gonna come in through the bottom. And from here, we're ready to start. Luckily, the game didn't crash at any point. Although, to be fair, my new uninterrupted power supply came in, and I set my GPU on overclock. The one-click overclock on the Radeon software, so maybe that's helping, I don't know. And the reason the UPS is important is because my old one didn't actually provide my computer with enough watts for my computer, you know. So sometimes if like I was on a very like graphically intense part, my UPS would just start beeping because the battery backup got activated. Because like it couldn't provide enough power without it.
GPS locked. I have your position. I will also access compound CCTV to see you when you are there. You know what I like about you, boss? You're never afraid to return to the scene of the crime.
Please shut up, Pavel. I have things to say. Okay, so for this part, it's not really a speed run, right? It's supposed to be kind of like noob friendly strats. At least it's like the best strat I could make for. I was trying to go for like as fast as possible, but also safe. So you want to go fast at the start because there's this one patrol that might hear us shooting later if we're too slow. But you don't want to go too fast and mess up the jump onto the roof. That's probably like, there's a few problem areas or like sketchy points of this run. That's one of the main ones, is jumping up on the rail and then onto the roof.
You know, I once knew an admiral who said that swimming through an undersea pipeline was closest he felt to inner peace. An interesting man. God rest his soul. So, next stop.
My main issue that's lost me the most runs though is the guard up the stairs in the little tower. I've experimented with a lot of ways to safely kill him. I think the best way is using a shotgun and shooting him. If you try to run into him and melee him, I've had that mess up many times. So yeah, that was the sketchy jump right there. I don't like to sprint when I'm doing that. If you fall down here, there's you can just come up those stairs right there from below. So if you go slow here, one of the patrols might hear you shoot this guy. That guy on the map right next to us. So if you get caught up and you're coming in late, then I wouldn't shoot that guard there where I shot him. I would kite him back one corner. I'll show you on the way out. But that should help guarantee that you don't get hurt.
The fingerprint scanner. Time to break out the tool we borrowed from the head of cybersecurity. Remember, it picks up fragments of previous scans. You just have to cycle through them to match the target print.
This one's easy. You just start on the first one and then go right. You know, because they're in order. Oh, I went the wrong way on that like an idiot. No. There we go. Only got 50 grand out of the safe. What a ripoff.
You have done it. Excellent. Now get into the elevator.
I'm getting tequila anyway, so who cares? It's not like I'm getting a record on this run. Sometimes the elevator doors don't open, you can just shoot them. And if the elevator upstairs doesn't open, you can shoot the top of it, of the door. I'll show you on the way out.
The only way in is the plasma cutter. One slip, if you lose your finger. Big slip, well, just ask my uncle. The problem with plasma cutters, you are not careful, they overheat. I learned this the hard way.
If you're opening the safe instead, if you're opening the safe and see, like, if you shoot the top of that door right there, it'll open faster. But yeah, if you're opening the safe instead, the code, he texts it to you in case you don't know.
Extra guards just arrived. Be careful.
So the number one killer on this part is probably impatience, but I don't care. This guy, it's best if you can kill him right around here.
Do not be shy. Help yourself.
That's the best way of doing it. But yeah, sometimes he's not in a good spot and I get impatient and then I have to kill extra guards. Sometimes it gets me discovered. Although to be fair, I think there's a way you can just run through that without killing anyone probably. But I haven't really experimented with that.
Well done. The compound is done. The only thing left to do is escape. Carry on like this and they will never know you were there. Your extraction point is at the main docks on your radar now.
A few weeks ago they changed this part, so now these Jeep patrols will see all the dead bodies. So you have to come over here and kill this Jeep. Otherwise, he'll see that other corpse and he'll turn the alarm on. By the way, it doesn't matter if the alarm gets turned on. You didn't fail the elite challenge. This second guard right here, if you don't shoot him fast enough, he'll duck. So you might want to be ready for the duck. And like, you can aim down a little bit if you're late. This part right here you can just get through experimenting, but yeah. The route, I mean, with the dirt bike. First I come over here.
You made it. Now, see if you can find the boat.
And we're just looking for cocaine. I would just go ahead and start hitting the lock, and then you can look through the top. And we do see some cocaine. Cocaine is shiny and silvery. The weed, honestly I didn't even see the weed, but that's because it's so like, it's so dull, you know? It's not shiny at all. It's got kind of a dull green tint. The helicopter patrols this way, then just wait.
Very heavy. Take my advice. You need to run fast. Back light.
Okay, we're gonna shoot this guy and then take the camera out. Boop, boop. Got some more loot in here. No cocaine. It looks like 2 weeds, I think. So, shoot this guy because he's looking at the boat dock and we need the boats. And come kill this guy. Hey, Mr. Rubio. It's him in the helicopter, I think. Jump in the boat. You want to hold A on controller or space on... Oh, here comes the boat. Let's get the hell out of here quick. You gotta watch out for that boat right there. It's patrolling. But yeah, A on controller or space on keyboard for the handbrake in your boat. And that'll help you turn sharply enough to not get in those guards' line of sight. Just kind of pull in here, do a little A turn. If you park your boat good enough, you don't have to do the annoying like getting into the water part. Oh, there's a helicopter coming. Pretty sure he just turns around right there. Yeah. The dangers of being too fast. But yeah, this corpse can be seen by the Jeep patrol that comes, so you want to go as fast as possible. But like I said, it doesn't matter if the alarm gets called, you can still keep going. You haven't failed the elite challenge or anything. When I get in here, I like to switch to controller. And then I lift the forklift just a smidge at the start, so it'll fit in the slots. And I drive in. Yep. Got some extra loot over here. Still looking for cocaine. Double cash. That's no bueno. We have one more spot to check. If there's nothing there, we're gonna have to come back over here and grab some weed or something. And just, you know, accept that we have substandard loot. The Jeep isn't here yet. I think the Jeep is kind of like gonna be here later, so we don't really have to worry about it, honestly. There's also a Jeep patrol back at that other town where the main dock is, and that can see the corpses we killed over there, so damn it, we got cash. Well, honestly, out of laziness, I'm just gonna take the cash instead of going back for the weed. But yeah, we're on a time limit because at the main dock those corpses can be seen by the Jeep patrols over there too. So it's not like we have infinite time at this point until the alarm goes off anyway. Plus the elite challenge is to beat it in 15 minutes. Don't worry though, we're well under that. That's not really even a factor. Oh, there's the Jeep. He saw the corpse. Doesn't matter, we're out of here.
Well, judging from their comms, it sounds like Mr. Rubio is reaching for his helicopter again.
Heal up. Eat all your P's and Q's and colas. I wish my boat wouldn't have floated so far away. Jesus. Okay, we're home free. There's 0% chance. I don't think the helicopters can even get headshots, to be honest. 'Cause that would just be kind of OP. So yeah, just ride off into the sunset. I like to pull back on the joystick just to make the propellers go into the water more. I don't know if that actually makes you faster though. It's kind of just a theory. So yeah, you want to go for cocaine if you can, but that's pretty much the whole run, so, you know, thanks for watching, I guess. Hopefully it helped.